Hello, Unkindness Crew. Welcome back to another video. Today we're playing John Emmanuel de Praz's Izzet Looting deck that he made top 8 in the Magic Worlds 31 with this list in front of you, which is, we saw this deck everywhere on like Magic Online, doing well in Magic Arena until the Worlds when the Izzet Lessons deck kind of took over. But this deck is still strong, and it goes more of like a one-up package cutting down Tiger Seals, but it still has the Siege and the Riddler to close out games really fast. Those two cards together are really powerful. We got some Boomerang basics, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you control that permanent, draw a card. Into the Flood Maw, another way to interact with our opponent. Return target creature, or gift a tap fish, and return target non-land permanent an opponent controls instead. If you're playing Boomerang basics, you have to play Storm Chaser's talent, make an otter. Pretty good. Tiger Seal, it's a 3/3 Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this creature. Whenever you draw your second card, untap, which is pretty good. We're playing 4 of Torch of the Tower. Just a solid card when a Badger Mole is everywhere, when Uro is everywhere, when you're trying to kill some Grands. Torch is really good. Duelist of the Mind, equal to the number card you draw this turn, Flying Vigilance. And then whenever you commit a crime by targeting an opponent, anything they control or cards in their graveyard, we get to draw a card and discard to pump up its power. Main board of Braid, which is sweet. Really good against a lot of this format. So I like the one of FOMO as well. When it enters, we get to loot. Whenever this creature attacks for the first time each turn when you have Delirium, untap target creature. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Pyroclasm. A lot of our things in our deck has 3 toughness, so Pyroclasm's a great card to wipe up the board of Badger Moles or the Simic aggro deck, maybe some Otters or some Grands. We're playing Winter Night Stories, draw 3, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. Synergizes really well when you have a Riddler that you're warping out, or you're trying to untap Tiger Seal, or make a Duelist of the Mind really, really large. Frostcliff Siege. Enchantment Enders, choose Jeskai or Teamer. Jeskai, whenever one or more creatures you control do combat damage to a player, draw a card. But we're probably playing this on Teamer. Most of the time, creature control get +1/+0 and trample and haste. And then at the high end, the Riddler itself, it's still a $50 plus card for a reason. Warp it for 2, or play it for 5. When it enters, draw a card. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand, if you would draw 1 or more of those cards, you draw that many cards +1, including your draw step. We have Roaring Furnace, Steam Sauna. When you Roaring Furnace, it deals damage equal to the number of cards in your hand to target creature. Or Sauna, you have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card. This fantastic overall main deck. I love what he's doing. In the sideboard, we were playing 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Ghost Vacuum for those pesky graveyard decks or the lesson decks. Playing 1 Belly on the Parch. Whenever you cast blue spell, if Belly on his creature gets +1/+1, at the beginning of your end step, untap him, he becomes a land. Disdainful Stroke, counter target spell, mana value 4 or greater. 2 Get Out, counter target creature enchantment spell. Return 1 or 2 target creatures and or enchantments you control to your hand, as ways you can protect your creatures. Iroh's Demonstration, a great way to deal with like Otters or the ramp decks. Annual counter target artifact or enchantment spell, great against the endurance deck. Another Spell Pierce. Fire Magic, great for Otters and the ramp deck. Detect Intrusion, counter target instant spell, sorcery spell, or triggered ability within a web for blue. Another Pyroclasm in the sideboard, and then 1 of Ruinous Rampage. Does 3 damage to each opponent or all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. This is great for the Jeskai Artifacts deck as well as the Endurance deck. So we have a lot of sideboard for the Jeskai deck. It's the deck today. I know JED is as a world champion. He has a brilliant mind, no doubt. This deck is going to do good, but I haven't played it yet, and I really want to play it, so off we go. I go first. We have Talent with Basics. I think this is pretty good. We can FOMO turn 2 or Braid, unless we draw a way to Boomerang Basics Talent. So we'll play our land like so on Talent and pass the turn. Starting town. I think we just FOMO. Throwing away a Braid. It might be wrong to do that. I kind of want in. We found Torch anyways, so. Throwing away my 1 of Braid might be bad. Playing Starting Town. What are you doing over there? Okay. I'm going to play my Siege. Are you playing Counter Magic? No? Beatdowns? It's the Jeskai Artifacts deck. Yeah, you got it. Play Fired Bricks to find a land. So that means we can Duelist of the Mind with Into the Flood Maw is a good draw here. We can bash in like this and pass. If they play anything relevant, we can Into the Flood Maw. I think that's fine. We can Boomerang basics. The talent. Play the talents again. Ooh, we can get in for Riddler for 5. Maybe not. We can talent here, hold up both of our interactions. Nah, that's not good enough. We play Riddler. We draw a card. We bash in for haste. And pass. Next turn, we could potentially kill them. Because we can Tiger Seal into the Floodbomb, Pinnacle Star Cage, have lethal on board. They tap out for Synthesizer. That's really good for us. So they're just straight dead. Right? I don't have to do anything else but cast my Riddler and beatdowns. See ya. On to the next game. I'll take it. Tiger Seal, Storm Chaser's talent. I mean, we don't have red, but we can draw it. We can try it. I think we talent turn 1. Because Tiger Seal turn 1 doesn't really do anything with no draw spells. Opponent plays Mystic Monastery first. Okay, so drawing Boomerang is the best thing here we can do. And Boomerang or talent, player talent, and swing for 3. Fortunately, still don't have red. Huh. I guess we can draw a card, try to look for red next turn. Are you control? Show me what kind of deck you are. What are we doing? Okay, I'm going to go to combat. Swing for 2. And play a Tiger Seal awkwardly? I don't know what my opponent's doing. Hi, Stella. We were literally just talking about that deck. I'm playing Izzet Looting. So they get lost my Riddler. Oh, I mean, I was hoping they would get lost my Riddler, but they just got rid of Tiger Seal. So we have to Winter Night Stories here to try to find a land drop. Hopefully this resolves. They just played a good land. I think I want to discard. They're playing probably Jeskai control or 4-color control, so I want to discard 2 interaction cards that don't do anything here. And we can play this to put this on the honor to hopefully draw more cards. Also helps out our Riddlers to get less cards in hand. Duelist might not be a bad next turn, but also Siege next turn might not be bad either. A Flanker. I'm surprised. I'm glad you liked the Exoria Splash video. I really like that deck. Hey, and you blocked and passed. I really like that deck. I think that deck is one of the best calls to the current meta. The Exoria Splash deck. Anyways, my opponent played a land, I just passed. What do we do here? I guess we can maybe FOMO? And see if my opponent wants to counter it. No, they don't. Okay. We can throw away probably Duelist because I want to get the Siege down. They didn't find it, so let's look for another land. They're playing Jeskai Revelation, for sure. Get lost my Otter token. Okay. I will put this on my FOMO. And put the other map on my FOMO after playing a land. Well, our mana's kind of awkward. A Shiko? Are you going to hit my FOMO? Yeah. this is not bad for us, because now we can play our Siege on Teamer. Boomerang basics. Now we just Riddler. Get in there. Beatdowns. And Boomerang basic our talent while he shields down. Pass the turn. Our hand is very scary, but them having all this mana for Shiko could be even worse. So we play FOMO here. Pitching Spiral Bluff Canal. There's still not a ton of mana, so we might be okay. Lightning Helix my FOMO. Are you sure you want to do that? Because now we just get to play Riddler. Draw a card, has haste. Smash. Smash. They're blocking. That's a very good sign for us. Are you gonna Lightning Helix it? No, that's okay. Stab another Shiko. Probably to get lost for our Riddler. It's fine. So we can play another Riddler. I think I can map here. That was really good. And this is on red. Dash. And blocking is really good for us. And I think I still want to play Storm Chaser's talent. And put a counter on the untapped one, because if they play split up, they're going to take Riddler. If they just wipe, then they just wipe, and I can't stop that anyways. There's an Ultima, okay. So they just had the wipe. This turn is going to be gross. So we can talent into talent into Siege. We can abrade our own creature, right? Or Neverwit Night Stories. Yeah, we just had enough. All right, we go first. Tiger Seal, talent. You can try this hand. Play our talent first and pass. Courtyard. Oh, it's the black-white sacrifice deck. So does that mean we duelist or no? Probably. We can pass turn. Pretend we're blocking. I would like to draw a red source, please. Torture the Tower Exiles, which is really good in this matchup. Especially when there's a Squire. That was our best draw. We can play a duelist. And we can torch the Squire now, get 2 triggers. I think we're pitching Tiger Seal. Sorry, buddy. I want to keep a Riddler. Sorry, buddy. We're going to swing out. Pass the turn. If we get a land drop, we can Riddler and Torch in one turn. Draw a bunch of cards. Interland Sanctifier, okay. Gain a life, Surveil one. Surveil, Serve on Dam. Cavern Bat. No! Our dream. Our Riddler. They didn't take the Riddler. Fair. I still think we Whittler here. Draw 2 cards. That was pretty good, because now we can play FOMO. You have to draw and discard when you play FOMO. I think that's worth it to get FOMO online. And swing for 10. Seems pretty good. Amalia is their play to negate a life, explore, pitching a land, Vanguard, yeah. Gain another life, explore. Play planes, play another Vanguard, yeah. Showing a cleric, that's... They've been the cleric, okay. Are they just looking for... What is the 4 mana... return everything from your graveyard, whatever it's called. Amelia's get up to 5. Deep Cavern Bats. Just block. They explore another land. So let's... Winter Night Stories. We get a win here if we pitch Winter Night Stories. Right? Winter Night Stories. A Duelist? No, we can't. Okay. We can at least bash in for a bunch of damage. That was lethal with Fear of Missing Out, right? It was. I missed that. Because I could attack with this, they wouldn't gain any life, and then Duelist could attack again. That's a misplay on my part. This is legendary, but I guess they would just want the trigger to make their Amelia bigger. There's a Blood Witch, a little too late. Never punished for my mistakes, but, you know, here we are. Voice of Victory off Leona triggers. Another Leona trigger in combat. Yep. Are you going to swing with anything? Probably not. And they just pass, so at end step we can just bounce the bat. Bring away a land. The right way to land. And we could just harmonize for everything, right? Boomerang basic something. Do the play we should have did last turn. And just beat down target Duelist and kill them. They were dead last turn, but we did the same thing anyways. Didn't get punished. Opponent goes first. We have talent, Boomerang Basics, Pyroclasm? Sure. One plays a Plains. Oh! So they play a turn 1 Veteran Survivor, so we can play talent to have a blocker. Our Pyroclasm is going to go sweet here. Voice of Victory, okay? Pyroclasm does nothing against Voice. But I will block your Veteran with my Otter. We'll untap, play Duelist, and pass. Filtered by Ghost on my Duelist, probably? Yeah, you got it. So Boomerang Basic on talents. I think we do this on blue and just talent into talent. And pass the turn. We can torch the tower next turn to kill voice. They play a Sanctuary and Archangel of Tice. What? All right. You got me, homie. Torch of the tower on you. Sacrificing my enchantment. Into the Flood Maw is a really good draw. For their Archangel of Ties, I have to pay 1 when I attack, and then I have to pay 1 when I block. You got me. I cannot block, so I will give that to you. So we can play Duelist here. They have 4 mana up. They didn't do anything, which is weird. Even Interrupter. Yeah, you got it. Throw away our Duelist for a minute. And we pass. Seam Rip on our Duelist, probably? Yeah, you got it. Asuki. My opponent's playing some spice over there. Yeah, Asuki makes Aben a 3-2. Untap land is pretty good, because now we can see Cliff Siege. And then we can Pyroclasm Aven Interrupter, and our tokens live. And we can play our Duelist for 0 now, and bash in with Duelist. Pass the turn. I really like this card. This card in Limited is fantastic, Suki. They're just going to replay their Archangel Tithe, which is fair. I think we just pass and block Archangel. Sheltered by Ghost. Well, yeah. Can't torch the tower that. And we're just straight dead. You got it, buddy. It's over. Like, all right. Not what I expected, but it got me. Opponent goes first. We can try it. It has draw. Boomerang of turn 1 mana dork. They shocked in a stomping ground. Oh, buddy, am I going to disappoint you by not doing anything? Pass. What else you got? Forest into... It's 100% a burn card with the... Yeah, so they have the 2 mana burn. Or the 2 damage, 1 red burn. That exiles. That we play in our deck. Coyote. Wasn't expecting that. Alright. Let's just play our FOMO. Throw away a Boomerang basics. Getting another land, that's not good. Next turn we can FOMO again. Pitching a land, probably. They could be playing the Warp Fling deck with Coyote. That's the only deck I've ever seen play Coyote. They shock in a passage for Friendly Baloth. I am blocking your Baloth. Go me a pump spell. Nope, okay. Makes sense why they didn't attack with Coyote. So we can FOMO here. We can pitch Winternight Stories and it turns FOMO on. I think I want to do that. And also we can Riddler with Winternight Stories from our graveyard. Oh, it does not. I messed up. Okay. I should have pitched the Canal. But I didn't know I'd draw another land. Sorcery, enchantment, creature. They plotted an Aloe Alchemist. It's plotted, target creature gets +3/+2 and change trample. No blocks. Boomerang Basics is interesting. So let's Riddler here to draw some answer to the Coyote, at least. It's not an answer. So let's Winter Night Stories, tapping Riddler. We're probably pitching at several of these lands. My goodness. Discard a creature card. No. Get rid of these lands. Play an island. Combat. Tap you. And I'm just going to keep you back. And I think I'm just going to pass from here. Unfortunately, we don't have any red mana still up. But that's okay. A reason we probably could have kept Passage, but I want to protect my life source right now. They plotted another Alchemist. Yeah, we take 5 again. No blocks. Have a holding priority means they probably have a pump spell now. At instant speed. No, they just have a slick shot show off. Okay. So we can duelist here. We can talent here. And hold up both torches. We can do our pseudo vigilance again. See if they want to block. Nope. Wait. No attacks. And pass. Play their Alchemist, yep. And play Show Off, yep. You guys going beatdowns? Yeah, you are. Block here, block here, and block like this. Let them have priority. How would you like to pump? Burst lightning my face. Sure. But what else you have? Turn inside out. That's not going to resolve. Trigger, trigger. And I think I need to pitch into the Flood Mod's pretty good too. I think I need to pitch that though, because we have Torch to the Tower. What is your last card, friend? Giant Growth. Again, that's not going to resolve. Unfortunately, our Duelist is going to die now. But we're at 6. I will take that. So let's FOMO into Siege, and our opponent... Yeah, I had too much interaction in that game. I'll take it. On to the next one. Opponent goes first. We have Talent with Boomerang. I'll keep it. Slumlane Keep Guard. So it's the mono white enchantment deck, the enchantment aggro deck. I like these planes that they're playing. That's really pretty. What set is that? Ethereal Armor. Yeah. Team Rip on my token, probably? On Talent. Okay. No blocks. I'm just gonna bounce that with basics and get in for 2. Okay. There's her Keep Guard again. Doing nothing. I love it. So let's play our FOMO. Pitching Stories, probably. We're pitching another FOMO because we need to find us some answer. I want a Riddler. I want a Siege. We can Riddler next turn with Winter Night Stories. Sure, that seems fine. Do this on blue tapped and just pass. They probably have the protection enchantment that has flash. Spell Snare and Lorwyn. That would be interesting if it is. Any mill cards out in Lorwyn? Did Lorwyn originally have mill or like Reanimator? I never played back then. Sheltered by Ghost on my FOMO? Okay. And they scry to the bottom with Keep Guard and another Ethereal Armor. Okay. If I have a way to bounce your creature, you are in pain again. No blocks. Okay. I think I just pass. They probably have one protection spell in their hand, so I want to do it on their turn. Aerialist, yeah. Alright. Show me the protection spell. They always have it. Yep. Happens if we paid War 2. We have plenty of food work, but no, it doesn't, so. Take 5. Or take 7 down to 5. That's pretty good. Now we can bounce that back to their hand. That was a good top deck. Pay for the ward. Get her FOMO back. Pitching FOMO. Getting a land is not bad, so we can do that tapped. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Siege and Riddler in one turn. They replay their Keeping Guard, and then they play a Reaver. Pressure is still on. I think I just play a big Riddler to have a blocker. Protect my life total for a turn. And we just pass. I know I'm not getting advantage of the Riddler there. But their Aerialist gets flying, and I want to be able to stop it. Especially with Abandoned Air Temple now. That's disgusting. They can Air Temple, give it double strike on Riddler. I think this is our only option that we have to get back. Boomerang basics. Play Tiger Seal. I could bring back Torch, but they're going to level it up with Air Temple here in a second, so then that just doesn't help. Because I couldn't pay for Ward by getting back a bounce spell. And they're going to give something double strike this turn. This is the turn we need to survive. They didn't use Air Temple. I think that's a mistake. You can use it now. Block with Riddler. And we trade. I think that's pretty good for us. We Winter Night Stories to find something here. Two lands is not the answer. Untap Tiger Seal. Boomerang basics the token. Trigger. And beatdowns, untapping a token. And I think we just Tiger Seal beatdown, keeping blockers back because in case they have 2 points of removal. And we'll play it like this. If he makes it fly, we have Duelist though. There's another aerialist. If they have another point of removal to put on aerialist, then we are in trouble. Ethereal armor on the keeper. Block. So we can Riddler, draw some cards, do what we find. If we give it haste, is that lethal? 3. We Winter Night Stories. Hold on. I'm trying to do basic math. It's hard. 6. 12. I think that's lethal, yeah. I'm gonna tap this to draw 3 cards. Pitching lands. Play the Verge, play the Siege on Teamer. And attack. FOMO targets the Duelist. And that should be lethal. Perfect. Oh, what a scary game. That was a good match, though. GG, opponent. I go first. Well, we do the thing, so we're going to keep the thing. I'm going to play our Storm Chaser's talent. I guess we could play Duelist on 2. That might be better. And then we can FOMO Boomerang later. They're an elf deck. So I guess we can Boomerang and kill the elf. I should have probably done that on blue. That might be a mistake. So we can just play Duelist here. Next turn we can torch their Badger, which I expect. Here's the Badger on cue. Into a Weaver, yeah. So they're probably playing the... they're probably playing the Craterhoof green deck, so we can play our FOMO. Discarding Winter Night Stories. And we can torch the tower on Badger Mole. Draw a card. Pitching a land. They can still Uro, and that would be the downside, but I'd rather kill Badger now. If they're blocking, they don't have Uro, which is good for us. That's really good for us. Top Hatch Recruit kicked. That seems pretty good. We can Boomerang basics, draw a card. Play a Chaser. Play a Tiger Seal. Hold up, torch the tower. And pass. Next turn we can Winter Night Stories on something. Wild Guide, sure. And Pollinator, sure. Riddler's really good, because now we can Riddler, draw 2 cards, untap Tiger Seal, Winter Night Stories on the Riddler, pitching 2 lands, Boomerang basics on Storm Chaser's talent, and swing for 7 in the air. I guess we can swing like this. Hold up Torch of the Tower. And blocking only our honor is really good. Now we can just play Talent and pass. Duelist is so good with Riddler, man. They can't hoof me this turn, so we're going to safe spot. Even if they Ouroboros, I'm not concerned, because we can just kill them next turn. Yeah, them offspringing and Paw Patch is pretty good for us. So we can FOMO, and then make our Duelist big and just win the game. Yeah, GG's. I feel like Tiger Seals was my worst card. So often, I didn't want to play this card. There's just something better to do in the format. Yeah, it's great that you can fear missing out on like a Tiger Seal. This comes untapped, so you get to attack again anyways with Vigilance with FOMO, but kind of not what I care about. I think the deck is really strong without Tiger Seal, and I think this is just not good enough to be played in this current standard. I see what the deck is doing. It's sweet, but it's just not strong enough. Maybe that's why it has a 2 of by Jean. But that's it. If you like this video, if you like being here, don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to all your comments. And happy holidays to you all. See ya!